Remember when you were a child and there was a path to follow, or certainly one that was suggested to you, one that the majority of people of my generation did. And I know lots more people are home educated now and there's all sorts of different routes, but generally this is what happened. You'd go to school at 4 or 5, you'd stay in one school until you were about 10 or 11. You'd leave that school and then go to secondary school. You might go to sixth form college or have a sixth form at your school, and you might go to uni, or you might not. But generally, if you did the whole thing, by about 21, you were ready for adulthood. I mean, loosely, you know. And I think that in business or in life, lots of us are waiting for a new timeline to be given to us so we can follow it. So we have somebody who is more responsible or knowing or knowledgeable that can hand us something and we go, oh, thank you very much. Yes, that's what we need. And we're not listening to our intuition and the possibilities and the capabilities within ourselves. And so often when I have chats with clients, sometimes there's a bit of hesitancy, or sometimes they will say to me about a certain goal of like, yeah, I'll probably be doing that in about 5 years. And I will always challenge it if appropriate. And sometimes I'll say, or 6 months, you could do that in 6 months. Or they'll say things like, it's going to take me like 3 years to build my website, or like 3 weeks. It doesn't have to be this big thing. So I've got 3 quick fire questions. You can choose. Do you want to go quick or slow? And of course that is a spectrum, but I want you to listen to that internal chatter that is putting the brakes on. You're maybe saying to yourself, we've got to go really slowly here. We've got to really get everything perfect and everything right and do 7 iterations of everything before we even show it to your audience. Yes, maybe that will be useful, but if you need an audience to buy it, start talking about it with your audience. Number 2, you get to choose to wait or move. So many people want to wait. They want approval, permission, the right time, the stars to align, Mercury retrograde, that's really difficult to say, to leave, for it to be their birthday, the end of the summer, next year, when their child sleeps through the night, all of it. And I think sometimes we think the wait or move, again, it's a spectrum. Yes, is strategic pausing sometimes, but also you don't have to run 100 miles an hour. You can just begin to put the next steps in place, but choose to be in motion. It's almost like if you're waiting for a bus and you know that the bus is not for another 10 minutes and you know that the next bus stop is 5 minutes away. So you might just walk. You're like, why am I standing here for 10 minutes? I'm just going to walk to the next bus stop. I'm just going to move my legs. I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to head in the direction that I'm going. It's always a choice. Number 3, do you want to hope or do you want to learn? If you notice people's language, you will hear them say things like, I'm really hoping, or I'm really trying, or I'm wishing, or let's just see. I'm crossing my fingers. And sometimes those phrases are said with no action to push them forward. They're very much almost like in that waiting mode. They're just, I've said it now. It's that thing of like, I've asked the universe, so fingers crossed. And the universe is always like, yeah, I heard you, but what are you doing? Who are you being? What happens next? There has to be that sense of moving. So instead of just hoping and wishing and let's just see, what can you learn? How can you move forward? What do you need to do? Is there any email that you need to send? Is there a gap in your skill set? I would love to know. Also, if I can help you, please send me a message. Let's have a chat. I'd love to hear about your big plans and dreams, and we can book some time in to have a chat. Lots of love. Bye.